Hello everyone, I am Shriyantika Nandi. I have cleared Junior Research Fellowship June 2020 in Sociology with a total number of 230. I have scored 72 in paper 1 and 158 in paper 2. And in this video I am going to share some tips and tricks with you all so that you all can have some idea, get some help and start with your preparations accordingly. I have completed my graduation and post-graduation both in sociology from Calcutta University and Banaras Hindu University respectively, and after that I decided to appear for the examination. In December 2019 I could only crack assistant professorship and lost JRF by a few numbers. This year during the pandemic, when India released the notification on a sudden note, I was in a complete shock. I was clueless, at a loss that what to do now and where should I start from, because for the past few months I completely lost my track because of some very serious family problems. Me and my family were going through a very tough time at that point of time, and everything seemed impossible for me. It was just impossible for me to carry out my preparation, but with the support of my family, constant motivation from Antara ma'am, somehow I managed to continue my preparation. The first thing I did was I planned a good strategy, keeping the time period and my strength points in my mind, so that it will be beneficial for me for the for the next coming days. And this is a very crucial step. You should all have a good planning strategy for the time ahead, because it will guide you throughout the preparation, throughout the journey. It is as vital as a good research design before the original research starts, so do not skip this step. As I have already prepared once for the examination, this time I was very clear in my mind that what I need to focus on and what needs just revision. So I am going to discuss four major steps which is crucial for cracking any kind of examination. First is understanding the syllabus. This is the most vital step. Identify the strong points and the weak points in the whole syllabus and plan according to your strong areas and weak areas. Decide what needs more focus, decide what needs just revision. For my case, I divided the whole syllabus into three sections, and this is specifically not for paper 1. I applied these things for both the papers. I divided the whole syllabus into three parts: easy, moderate and tough. For example, in paper 1, communication, information technology and logical reasoning, these two units I have kept in the easy section. Higher education, research and teaching, I have kept this in the moderate sections. Sections like data interpretation, reading comprehension and mathematical reasoning, these sections only require good practice. The more you practice, the more you have a good hold on these units. Second is concept building and note making. First, if you are from a sociological background, concept concepts are more or less known to you. But if you are not from sociological background, follow what Antara ma'am says. She is an expert in this case, but I am not. So you have to learn the concepts by heart, you have to learn the concepts properly and write it down in your own words. You can use quotes, pictures, images, whatever, to uh, clarify the topic. It should not be too long, should not be too short. Make your note in such a way that it will be beneficial or helpful for the last time revision, for the times when you are free and revising your concepts. I have put an example in the image format. Please look into it. If you are studying, for example, Giddens structuration, write down the name of the concept, write down the main themes, major criticism if there is any criticism, and year and the book, and end it up. It should be very comprehensive and clear. You can prepare using these methods the units. Third is practice of MCQs. This is a very crucial step. When you are practicing MCQs, going through previous year question papers, you will learn some new concepts, and you will also notice the areas where you make the major mistakes. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Don't waste your time that thinking that though how can I make this kind of mistakes in this section. Do not think about it. Just point out the mistake, rectify it, and move out. Next and last step is revision. uh, it doesn't matter how much you study or how less you study, it is very important to revise whatever you have learned. So revise the concept based portions, the fact based portions regularly. You can do it in every 7 days, you can do it in every 10 days, or whatever suitable for you. For my case, I used to revise almost every day because I feel like I need it. Revision is the most important factor that saved me in this examination. So plan your I used to plan my day in advance. I used to give myself targets, and following these steps, I prepare myself for the examination. um, Next, I want to discuss some things that there are some crucial things you need to keep in your mind when you are preparing for any kind of examinations. First is, when you are giving mock tests, do not waste your time if the test is not satisfactory. Learn from the mistakes and move on. Do not think that how I can make this mistake, how I could do that, I could do this. Don't waste your time, this is a complete waste. Second is, for this particular examination, focus equally on paper 1. uh, in my case, this time I made up my mind that anyhow I have to score 70 plus in paper 1, because paper 1 will not be very difficult and will not be very easy for all the papers out there, but paper 2 is unpredictable. Some in some years it is easy, in some years it is difficult. So prepare your paper 1 very carefully and make this paper very strong, so that whatever the type of paper 2, you can score good in paper 1. Third is, you need to be very consistent and determined. Ups and downs will come. You have to go through all of this. And there is no alternative to hard work and self motivation. Last and most important point is, this is my sincere request to all of you, do not compare yourselves with others. We all have some different levels of capacities. Take your time to build yourself. Do not compare with yourselves with others. This will demotivate you. Avoid these things. Talking about our resources, I will say that if you are on plus, follow Antara ma'am's advices, her classes, her notes. This is quite enough. And if you are not on plus, she takes classes regularly on YouTube, on Academy special classes, and her Telegram channel is also a good resource of materials. Use her channels, listen what she says, because she knows what a student exactly wants. So she is really a truest sense an expert. Please follow her advices, and practice PYQs. This will give you a clear idea of how the question pattern is. And lastly, I would say that there is no alternative to hard work and self motivation. Uh, be determined, be consistent, and lastly, who all have cracked NET and JRF, my sincere congratulations to all of you, and I wish all my seniors and juniors all the very best for your upcoming attempts. I hope next time I will be congratulating all of you. Heartiest thanks to Antara ma'am, you always supported me, motivated me, and without your guidance, I could not score this much. Thank you very much. Best of luck.